for tonight's main event.
Where's the Friday?
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious...
On this blessed Friday, let us give thanks.
So, another Friday is upon us.
WTF. Where's the Friday? I'm Rob Birdsey. I'm here with Aishah Anis, and we're going to talk things basketball and life in general. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you letting me come today, letting me talk.
Yeah. No, I've been looking forward to this because you're an Aussie. I'm an Aussie. You're from Tasmania.
Yep.
And that's where, I think most of Tasmania are people that grow things, right? It's usually farmland, right?
Not me, but yeah, that's very true. A lot
Yeah.
of my friends live on farms, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no joke. If anyone knows anything or nothing about Tasmania, the first time I went down there, I remember I see it, like it's rolling hills, it's beautiful, it's so gorgeous. And then every now and then you'll come across a field that's plowed and the ground is like dark chocolate. And I talked to one of the farmers, like, what's with the dirt? Why is it so dark? And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's full of nutrients, though. It's really good to grow things. So yeah, I think there's even a person that exports some of that and they mix anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's the whole farm thing.
Yeah, a lot of spud farmers back home.
Spud farm. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Spud, good
Yeah.
spuds.
Definitely.
Hey, so you're in America. How old are you?
I'm 22, so I've been here. This is my 4th year, so I've been here
Wow.
a minute. Yeah, yeah.
Did you always have the goal to be in America?
Oh, definitely. As soon as I started playing basketball, I told my parents, I was like, I'm gonna be going to America. You need to start grieving my absence now because
wow.
yeah, I was like 12 and I was like, this is what I want to do. But
Yeah.
I wasn't obviously sure if I was gonna get offers, but I was really fortunate to get a few. So yeah.
I had the
a few
same. I
options.
had a similar thing.
Yeah.
I always wanted to race cars, and it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I never got supported it, and every time I tried, it was like, I'm really good at driving, really good at racing cars. Like
really?
most times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, if I'm at a track, I'm one of the fastest people there on the day, even being plus size like I am. No joke.
Nah, you're not plus size.
Yeah, well, you know, I could lose some. It's all good. I'm not like I used to be. I used to be like you, like all skinny, and come to America, and American food's like GMO city.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to watch what you eat over here. I wanted to come here. I used to race with a couple of people in Australia when I was in my 20s, and they were from America, and they're like, well, they were only doing a tour, and one of the guys was like, man, you're really good at what you do. And I was like, oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I just beat him. And and he's like, why aren't you doing this professionally? It's like, it's Australia. We don't get paid for this. You know what I mean? Even the V8 supercar drivers, they get paid next to nothing.
It's not go-karts, right? It's like actual cars.
Cars, yeah, cars go. Well, I drove. I did a little bit in Formula Ford and a couple other stuff, but yeah, more. I did a lot of competitions to try and catch a break, but it never happened. But that would tell me, man, if you were in America, you just go. You guys, there's so much money over there.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I come to America and I still haven't raced a car. But actually, I've been on some tracks. I will not lie. But yeah, I love it. That's a passion of mine.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's actually cool. I went to up north in Salt Lake. There's this, I think it's called Grid. It's like this go-karting place. You've been there?
Yes.
It's so good. It's so fun.
Is that the one with upstairs?
Yeah. It's so fun.
They're
I
all
almost
electric?
threw up afterwards, but it was so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's kind of, I like that. They have places not as cool as that. That one is a very, shout out for them, for Grid.
Yeah.
But if you look them up online, their marketing campaign is amazing.
Yeah.
Everything's all colours and darkness and awesomeness. They have a very, very big track.
Yeah.
It breaks into 2 tracks, I believe, and they link it up as 1 track if they want. Yeah, it's all electric go-karts. So they're super quick. The only thing I don't like about the electric ones is that they can individually control the cart. And I feel like...
Oh, yeah, they can slow you down and stuff if you're going too fast.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, just give me full beans. Give me a gas motor and get out of my way. I'm going to take that guy out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've come to America and you knew that you wanted to from 12 years on. That's fun.
Yeah.
And how'd your mum and dad take that?
I mean, they both kind of knew, but I don't know, the day that you leave, it's definitely very, very sad. Like,
Yeah.
I left during COVID too, so.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, I had a whole plane to myself and everything. It was crazy. And so I was saying bye to everybody, and I was actually late for my flight, and I didn't realize, and they just like held the plane back because I
'Cause
was
no
the
one
only
else was
one.
there.
Yeah, I was the only one.
You'd be the only one in history.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be a world record right there.
No, it is. And I had to quarantine for like 3 days and do all that jazz. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow. Before
yeah.
you left?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australia went a little nutty.
Yeah, we
Shout
did.
out to Australia.
Yeah.
You guys suck when it came to COVID.
Hey, we didn't get that many cases though. I think Tassie had like only 3 or something like that. Yeah.
I think who did it the best out of Australia? I think it was Western Australia. Perth, you guys
Yeah.
just said, nah, keep away. We're good. But I think it was just a little bit too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now looking, obviously, hindsight, 2020, it turns out that it's a really bad cold.
Yeah.
And if you've got some serious issues, you'll be found out.
Mm-hmm.
So that did suck. And I'm sure lots of people lost many people in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a part of life now, right?
Yeah, it is definitely.
But to see Australia go, like my friends couldn't go down the street,
Mm-hmm.
or if it had to be a certain day for their number letterbox, or if your last name was B versus C, you could go shopping that day, and one
Yeah.
person only. And
Yeah, and like
I
the
don't know, it's
the
crazy.
social gatherings are like, you can only see like one other person for a month, and then the next month it'd be
pretty
2, and then the
crazy.
next month it'd be 3. Yeah.
that's pretty nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're in America, no masks, just walking around like, hey, what's going on?
Did you see that video of Rudy Gobert, and he's like touching all the microphones in the interview? He's like, because apparently he was sick or something, and he was like touching all the. He got in so much trouble.
That's
He's an
not
NBA
good.
player. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I
Yeah.
looked that up.
He's not even American. He's like French. So.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
They just push every envelope, don't they?
Yeah, I can't say too much about French. I got some French friends, so.
Yeah, no, French people are cool. Yeah, French people are cool actually.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks the most because they know it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the women
Definitely.
are, they're pretty promiscuous. Well, some of them are anyway. I don't know. I met a few travels in my. I should shut up right now. Anyway, moving right along. So your name is so different.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about this heritage of this name.
So my dad's actually from Pakistan. So my dad moved to Tassie to go to the AMCs, the Maritime College, in Tassie.
Okay.
So it's pretty like big, like
Yeah.
if you want to drive boats or do all that, that's where you go. So that's where he was studying. My mom was at UTAS, so she was studying there, and they met, and then they got married and had me, obviously. And so my dad, he lived most of his life in Pakistan, and he moved all his family to Australia. So they're all just like in this little community back home. Like they're like next door neighbors, you know, walking, like they can walk in and they see like his parents there or whatever.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So my last name is actually my grandfather's first name. So in my family, my dad's side is very Muslim, so that's what they do. And traditionally, is like we take the grandfather's last name, first name, sorry, as our last name. So that's how.
How often does that change?
Not very often. I don't actually know that too much about it, but that's what my dad told me. I tried to learn. I don't really identify Muslim myself, but I definitely grew up like that, so.
So you understand some stuff.
I understand some stuff, and I didn't really learn my dad's language either, which I kind of regret now because, like, I can't really talk to my grandfather because he's not very good at English, so. Yeah, so I kind of regret that, but it's so hard. I tried learning it when I was like 9, and I was just like, my brain can't even comprehend.
You should have started
this.
earlier.
Yeah, I know. I should have just started speaking it out the womb.
And you play professional basketball.
Mm-hmm.
How come you're not playing cricket?
That's a great question.
Because
That is
I
a good
promise you, he
question.
loves cricket, right?
No, he does. He sacrificed all his fingers, I'm pretty sure, for just like intramural cricket.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was pretty good actually. I remember growing up watching him, but we definitely played beach cricket on Christmas and stuff like that.
I love that.
yeah, I just chose basketball. I don't know why. It was something
Yeah.
that was calling my name, kind of.
Yeah. Anyone out there that doesn't know anything about cricket, let's just say the Americans looked at cricket and went, we can make that better. And they made basketball, baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Baseball is amazing.
Yeah, I love
Cricket's
baseball.
good. I like
Yeah.
the one-dayers. The one-dayers are fun. The tests,
They take like, what is it? What is it called? 30. 30.
it's like a good nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nap.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep. Go to sleep for 4 days and wake up later and
Literally.
look at the score.
No, my
It's
dad
so
loves it
silly.
though.
Yeah, I
He's
know,
watching it the whole
they're
day.
Like, it's religion.
Yeah.
Especially in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Is your dad like a really serious man? Like, does he?
No,
is he cool?
So growing up, he owned like 2 restaurants, and he was very
Oh.
well known in the area. So
Wow.
he was definitely more relaxed and like.
I like that.
Yeah. He was a good dad, so I would not take that away from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to your dad.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What's his name?
His Muslim name is Fareed, but people call him Freddie.
Freddie.
So, yeah.
Freddie.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Hi,
You
Dad.
made an awesome daughter. She's so cool, and she's such a light around this place. Honestly, you have no idea. Everywhere we go, your smile just infects everybody. When there's a basketball game, you're behind everyone, and it's so cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a really good. And your
Yeah.
coach says so many amazing things about you. She says you're such a staple in the team.
That's really nice.
It is.
I love Tracy. She's awesome.
phenomenal.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's been, I don't know, I'm sure I'm sure my story tweaks everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with me and my 2 little boys, you guys see
Yeah,
us everywhere.
absolutely,
Hey, it's just always me and my boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
we're the
so
Widowed
cute.
Trio, and that's what, like the YouTube channel that we're broadcasting to right now is called Widowed Trio and Freedom.
Oh, cool.
So me and my boys are the Widowed Trio, and the freedom part is I've created this company. We have an LLC, and we're doing it for freedom. We want to be able to live our own life.
That's
So
really cool.
I see everybody else getting on YouTube doing stuff. It's like we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do
Yeah.
it, and I'm gonna make it work,
Mm-hmm.
and learn as much as I can while I'm at school, and then learn about business, and then try and take it to the world. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, for
if you're
sure.
listening, please like this. It
Yeah.
just supports me and my 2 little. Don't even worry about me. My 2 little boys. You know, that's all I care about. And if we can get this channel going, subscribe. I'm just gonna try and bring good content,
Yeah.
like great people like you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No, what you're doing is really cool with your kids, and it's really like.
Is it fun to
it's
see?
really nice to
Yeah?
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
They love going there when you guys do those camps.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome. They're so good. Are you guys coming to the games, right?
Oh yeah,
This
we
year?
always do.
Okay,
I
good.
mean, when we're here, we can't
Yeah.
go. We don't travel because I'm broke. But yeah, that's hence
too,
the
don't
channel. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we made every game that we could once we. I mean, it was at the back end of the season. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
by the time we sort of got there, but we were there every game.
I definitely black out after the games. You know, when we have to
No
go out
joke.
over and do the
Yeah,
high
yeah,
fives,
yeah, yeah.
especially after we lose. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm not even looking
Yeah.
up sometimes. But no, I actually appreciate everyone supporting even when we lose.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's a part of building a team. That's
Yeah.
a part of coming from the doldrums to the forefront.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah.
you can't hate that.
No,
It's
absolutely.
a part of the style. So,
Yeah.
this is cool. When did you start basketball?
So I started when I was 9. I actually got called. So our elementary school didn't have enough players. So our PE teacher, I was pretty good at soccer and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh, you're pretty athletic."
Did you say elementary or primary school?
Elementary.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
American
I have
like
to
that.
because they don't understand.
American. Yeah, it's a primary school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's called. But yeah, so I was pretty athletic growing up, and he was just like, "Oh, come fill in a spot. We don't have enough players," and I started playing, and I really enjoyed it. I really loved it, and that's
Yeah.
how it kind of started. Yeah.
With that, I mean, you're not tall.
No.
You're not.
Not at all.
And most of the women on that team are 6. They're
Yeah.
taller than me. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Mhm.
I love it when I meet tall women. It's like especially when they got their stuff sorted, all the women that play on the team. It's just like a powerful woman.
Yeah.
I love it. And what's your height?
I'm 5'7", so
Yeah.
kind of average.
But you're into it. You're good.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember Lizzie? Lizzie Williamson.
Yes.
She was here, yeah. So she's 6'5", right? And this other like older tall lady came up to her and like hands her a card, and she's looking at the card and it's called Tall Women's Club USA, and she's like, you have to join this club. Like all
Yeah.
the tall women are part of it, and
Dope.
it was just crazy. I've never seen something like that. Like,
Do
can
they
we get
have
a short women's club?
Do they
or
have a
something?
short division of
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Can I hang with the tall people,
Yeah.
please? I'm the short one.
No,
I'll
I
make you
thought that
guys
was
look
really
good.
funny.
Yeah,
No,
you should have.
I can't stand next to tall people. It looks so bad.
Yeah.
And anytime in the pictures, I'm always on the outside, so
Yeah.
I don't like stand. I'm not standing next to Ashley or Jaden or like, who else is tall on our team? Lexi's pretty tall. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta stay away.
Lexi's
from them.
cool.
Yeah,
She
Lexi's
was in
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch her interview at all?
No, I didn't. I need to go on and watch everybody because I saw Via in here too. So I need to watch that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, go through, check them
Yeah,
out. They're
I
all on
will.
there.
Absolutely.
And then like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, you know.
No,
Obviously,
I'm
gonna
down.
do
I'm
that.
down.
I'm gonna do that. Obviously. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
At what age were you when you realized you wanted to do this? Like, do this, and then really stick everything you had into it?
I would say I was about, I don't know, because under 14s, we went to nationals, it was called. So like our club team like played other club teams around Australia. And I don't know, I just felt like, might sound a little cocky, but I just felt like I was pretty good and I was kind of better than half of the people there. So I was like, okay, if I work hard, then I could probably get a scholarship, and if I continue to like just stay focused, then I can probably get there.
Yeah, you just said a couple of things, and I want to break this down for people, especially you being Australian. You said you thought you were pretty good.
Yeah.
If Americans over here, no, we're not shutting it down. We're just, as we are Australian, a lot of my American friends are like, hey, what do you think of this? I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. They get so insulted. It's like, only pretty good, like they put everything into it. It's like, oh, no.
No, I know
that's
what
high
you're
praise
talking
in
about.
Australia.
Yeah.
I just high praised you. We're good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. That's phenomenal.
I
Like,
know
that's pretty
exactly
good.
what you're talking
We're
about.
very humble about the way
Yeah.
we say, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That means like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
I know exactly what that's happened to me a couple
Isn't that
times.
funny?
Yeah.
And they just look at you like,
Yeah. No, you have to be like, oh my God, that's awesome. Like, wow. You have to really sell
how
it.
did you do that?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Tell me all about it. Yeah. No,
No,
I just had to break that down because a lot of people have asked me before. It's like, why do you just say it's pretty good? It's like, no. That's high praise in Australia.
Yeah.
If you got pretty good, you got real good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Get back to the story, I suppose. So where did the drive come from? Like, have you always been so disciplined? Was it your parents that sort of helped you drive to that point?
I actually have been trying to think about this because I don't really know where it stemmed from, but I definitely, in high school, I was very, very driven. Like, I knew what I wanted, and that's just what I was going to do, you know? But I don't really know where it came from. I feel like my dad was definitely like that, and my mom, like, whenever we were struggling financially or anything like that, they would both put their heads down, and, like, we wouldn't see them for, like, a couple of days, but they'd be like, nah, we got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, just things like that. I don't know, I feel like my parents definitely emulated that. And also the environment I grew up around in basketball, Tasmania, definitely fed into that. It's like my coach, Mark Radford, growing up, shout out Mark. He definitely implemented something like in me. I don't know what it was, but he was always on me, like, if you're not fit enough, like, go do this. If you know, he was very hard on us, but it definitely paid off because you get to college and you're like, I'm prepared now. So yeah.
You got that work ethic. Yeah. Have you had any hard moments through your life? I mean, I think you're going through one kind of at the moment, right?
Yeah. So I've torn my ACL and I haven't played for like 3 years now. I've been having some nerve issues and stuff like that. So that's definitely been difficult. Yeah. Just obviously, as we've been talking about, like, I've been playing since I was 9, you know, and no real break even, and not playing for 3 years is definitely sucks. But
it's eating at you?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I'm very grateful still because Tracy still has me here. Any other coach,
Tracy's amazing.
yeah.
Shout
Any
out.
other coach, I feel like
Yeah.
they'd be like, nah, just go home, you know. But
Yeah.
she's really
She's
like
helping to deal with it. She
yeah,
took the responsibility
yeah,
on.
she's been really. All the coaches, even they all have been really, really good to me and really nice to me. So
Yeah.
all I can do is give back to the team now. That's all
so
that matters.
amazing.
So yeah, yeah.
That's a testament to a true leadership, a true leader that would not leave one behind.
No, exactly.
That's
yeah.
Tracy right
Yeah,
there.
that is Tracy. Absolutely.
The more I understand about this woman, is the more I'm just
Yeah.
wowed at who she is and what she does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we've been so successful since she's been here. So she
Yeah.
actually cares about her players and wants to win. That's a big thing. She wants to
Yeah.
win. The most competitive person I know. Sometimes she's the most competitive person on the court. Like even at
That's-
practice. Yeah.
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 No, I've seen you
Yeah.
guys practice and I see her.
Yeah.
It's like I've walked in on a few sessions of other people training. And sometimes coaches just sit down and watch and let the assistant. But nope, Tracy's right
Yeah,
there.
Tracy's in
She's
it.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, like white on rice.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. She's such a beautiful woman. It's a good thing to see, and it's humbling to see someone in such a leadership role to be able to be so approachable and easy to work with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 It's a good deal. Going through that, how's the team looking this year, and where are you with all this? Are you ever we're gonna see you out there or not? Not yet.
Probably not yet. I mean, I've been having to like pass these ACL tests that I haven't been able to. So I'm still working and talking with the doctors, but it's very kind of maybe it's time to move on kind of thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, which sucks, but
Would you do coaching?
yeah, absolutely. That's definitely
Yeah,
something,
so now
especially being around the team and like I don't know, I feel like I have to give something, so
Yeah.
that's what I feel like I
Wait
have
a
to give.
second. I don't see you as a have to give something type person. I
No.
think that you want to
I
give.
want to, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, that's true.
You're a very open person and you're
Yeah.
always available, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I would word it like that actually,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I definitely the team this year where like this is one of my favorite squads I've been a part of. Like off the court, on the court, they're all just so competitive and want to get better and want to learn and
The drive.
Yeah, that's the drive that we need, and definitely coming off a season that we struggled with last year, not having enough numbers and stuff. I think this is just such a everybody who was on the team last year is just so like grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
all the like they're grateful they have a sub even sometimes on the court. Like we had like maybe 9 players at practice last year, which really I guess kind of fatigued everyone a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was always like the usual suspects were on the
Yeah.
and you had a lot more there, and I don't understand it enough to be honest with you. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But I found where I was confused was like, what's going on? How come they're not
Yeah.
running all these other people? But
Yeah, I think
Injuries.
this year we have way more depth, and it's just I don't know. It's sometimes you have to go through hard things to
Sure.
see the. I mean, all the time you have to do that. So
100.
I think that's definitely what we went through last year, and I don't know. We're gonna come back better this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I called them moments foundation building.
Yeah,
You're building the
absolutely.
foundation for the skyscraper to be built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we would know a lot about that. We're taking that entrepreneurship class, so.
Yeah, right? Yeah. We are in classes together.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know. I'm so sorry.
I need to come sit next to you or something. I just come in and I'm like, all the seats are taken. There's so many
Yeah.
people in that class, so I just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Every class I take, I always sit in the front row and I
Yeah.
don't care, and I ask every stupid question that comes to my mind. And I'm sure I say it, even if sometimes I sort of get it, I'll just still say it because I'm pretty sure someone out there won't know it.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
and I
absolutely.
don't care anymore. I'm just done. We're all going to learn or we're not.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches tell us at practice too. No questions are stupid questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yep.
Yeah, so I do that. Do you find it funny, half the stuff I'm in there saying?
No, I was actually interested. Like the last speaker we had, Roger Siegmiller,
Yeah.
he was really, really
Yeah.
good. Like I've never actually sat down
Dude.
and listened to a whole speech before, and
He-
he was just
Yep.
got my whole attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. Do you always show up there late?
No, I'm like 5 minutes early, like
Okay.
5 to 3 minutes
Because
early.
if I'll save your spot.
Okay, okay.
But no, he out of his talk versus, and he's going to come on the radio too with me. But his talk was phenomenal, just because it wasn't just a building of a business story. He was more, let me help you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let me help you build your soul. I said to I went to the lunch afterwards with him, and we got talking, and I was like, man, you need to write a book.
Yeah.
Because not only is your story phenomenal, like you should have heard, like he getting his, he went to work for this guy, and he said, let me build this, give me this much money, and then let's talk. So and then he starts putting this thing together, you know, that changed the automotive industry from from banking to communications with the auto companies that are selling cars. So he did this app thing, whatever they did. Anyway, he wrote a program, went to the company, and he just said, okay, I just did this for them, but now I did it better for you. I want in. And they're like, yep. And I think that's amazing. I love it when you hear a good story like that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't nothing about that. You know, that wasn't his journey. His journey for us and what we got out of it was how nervous you'll be, and at times where you're going to think you're broken. And guess what? You'll look back 10 years from now and think, that was nothing.
Exactly.
You know, because there's harder times ahead and there's easier times ahead. And and I just thought that was such a well-balanced speech.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really nice to hear somebody as successful as that, like, go through human things, you know? Like, sometimes those, like, those heroic figures, like, they're hard to humanize sometimes, so...
Big time.
It's really nice to... It's really nice to hear
It's
them
humbling.
talk. Yeah,
It's humbling.
That's a good class. I really like that class, actually.
I did it last semester, and I think whenever you need one credit, I would say to anyone on this campus, dude, go do the Entrepreneur Speaker Series.
Yeah.
The Speaker Series is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Tyler Stillman, shout out to that guy. He's amazing.
Incredible.
We've become quite good friends. He's helped me out in many ways. And it's good. I've had him on the radio once. He's going to come back in again soon.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to listen to those as well.
Yeah, I got a bunch. So, and I got even more coming out too. Anyway, no, I like that. So you're going through a humbling pace at the moment, but it showed you that there are other avenues. Tracy's already shown that you are worth something you are very important to the team. Hence, you're still here. Do you like, and now are you taking that on yourself? Are you asking her, like, how do I gear myself up to be this? How do I become a coach?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a couple talks about, like, what I want to do in the future, and she said that she obviously has connections, so she just wants me to be as involved with the team as I would be if I was playing. So like, she's just like, if you see something, go tell someone. You know, that's the starting. That's where you start, and then you keep seeing things. Like, obviously, I'm watching the whole practice, watching everything. Like, I'm kind of like a fly on the wall in some sort of sense. So
it's good.
So I'm watching everything, taking everything in. So I feel like that perspective, you don't really see that when you're playing. So I feel like that's a valuable perspective, I guess. Yeah. So she's always telling me to keep giving people feedback and stuff like that. So,
I think that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been doing a similar thing. I'm producing the news show at the moment, and we just barely started, and we did a couple of run-throughs last night, and yesterday afternoon, and I'm producing, so I'm doing all of everything, you know, making sure the layout's good, and then we go, and I made so many mistakes. It was hilarious, and then I've got dialogue going, and they're reading it from the teleprompter, and they're, you know, and any little thing that they would do that was kind of weird, or like I just, hey, don't do that. You look like this on there, and stop fidgeting. She's just fidgeting. You know what I mean? It's not a good thing. And it's just fun to. It's fun to be in that role too. I really like helping people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope that in my lifetime that this will leverage more opportunities for me to be able to produce other shows.
Absolutely, I definitely think it will. Yeah.
And then, so that's the avenue you're going down. Australia. It's a good place to visit, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Where would you live in the future? Hey, mum and
Like,
dad.
can I say here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I would. Well, how I see my life going, I would stay here to try and coach a little bit. If it doesn't work out, I'd probably go home. My dad's in Melbourne right now, so he's doing PO box stuff in Melbourne. So, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Like he's running the shipment of like for PO box. You know the company PO box? Yeah.
P&O? Oh,
It
no.
might be. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's P&O.
Maybe.
They're big.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
also all sorts of ships. And
I think
things.
he's in.
Yeah.
He used to drive the ships, but now he's just like in management. So he's in Melbourne, and my brother's studying.
Where's your mum? Is
medicine.
your mum up there too?
No, she's living in Bridport. So my parents are divorced. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I'm sorry.
No, that happened a while
That
ago. It's okay. Yeah, she's in Bridport, chilling on the beach right now. So she might move to Port Macquarie actually.
Port Macquarie is
Yeah,
beautiful. I used to go do a lot of dirt bike riding up there.
Yeah, me too. I did that growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
My granddad lives there on my mom's side, so she's gonna be closer to her side of the family, I think.
Nice.
But yeah, my brother's studying medicine in Melbourne, which is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So
Australia's a cool place, man.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
It
and
is
there's
very
so much
cool.
around. Tasmania's a little cold. But
it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's like bone chilling. It's different to here. Like
and it's moisture. It's like you even if you wear a windbreaker, it just goes straight through you. Sydney's a little bit like that too in the
Yeah.
wintertime when you're in the city.
yeah,
Just
humid.
blows
Yeah,
straight
humid,
through you, and
cold.
it's like, ugh. Sometimes it feels like it's cold, and here it gets so cold, but it's so dry,
Yeah.
and the snow's all powdery
Yeah.
and beautiful.
Winter here is like.
It's a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
back
play.
home it's just miserable.
No, miserable. It's like I don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
Inside my house, I'm cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, this is a good place to live. I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. So you probably stick around here for a bit, huh?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, my family probably won't be too happy with that, but
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
I can
understand.
go visit. They can come here, but
Yeah,
also like, when am I ever gonna have the opportunity to be in America again? You know.
right.
So I might as well do it when I'm young, and here it's also closer to Europe, so I can go and travel to
It's so
Europe.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can do that too from here. So that's kind of, I just want to kind of see the world, get
Yeah.
out there a little bit, because
Go
in
experience.
Australia you're kind of out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because you're so far away, but we do get good world news. So
Oh, yeah.
we're very
Yeah.
well rounded in that aspect. Because I did notice when you come to America, America has a news bubble.
Echo chambers.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but
You see what you believe in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey, look over here. Look
Yeah.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, you can get good news, and you just go, hit the BBC and things like that up, and
Yeah.
other places too. Not that I'm into the news much. I just think it's an interesting concept that Australia is so open in those ways. We knew a lot more about America than what America ever knows about Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's always asking me, do you guys speak, like when I first came here, I was like, do you speak English there? I'm like, am I not talking
speaking it
English
right
to
now.
you right now? Or like they think we have like crazy creatures there or something.
We
so,
do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah,
We
do.
really do actually.
Yeah.
There's a line through the Philippines, and it's like through the Philippines. There's just a whole lot of islands, and there's a span of from one place. I wish I knew the names, but there's a span from one to the other where our creatures start and their creatures
Oh,
stop.
really?
Yeah, it's like elephants go up to this point, and there's a 20 miles stretch of ocean and a line. It's so weird.
That's insane. I
know,
didn't
you
know
should look
that.
it up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But there's like koala bears and things in these parts of those islands, and where on the other islands they've got tigers and they've got elephants and things. We don't have them, and they're only 20 miles apart. And even the
That's
birds
insane.
won't even cross it. So
That's
they have the
insane.
macaws and yeah, it's weird.
Nature's crazy.
It's
The way
nutty.
that nature works.
We don't understand this
no,
world, man.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary series, I think, on Netflix. It's called Wild Babies, and it's about how like different animals grow up in their ecosystems and stuff like that, and it's insane. Like anybody who's into that kind of stuff, go watch that. It's insane, absolutely insane.
Wild babies.
Yeah.
We have to check that out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what What's been the hardest thing for you to adapt in America?
I get asked this question a lot, and
Yeah.
each time it's different. I would say definitely socially it is a lot different because, you know, at this age back home, everybody's like already 18 and like legal and
Yeah,
stuff
we're
like that.
clubbing.
Everybody's going in the pub and
Yeah.
stuff after like after class or after work and stuff like that. Whereas like here, I don't know, just little things like that. It
Yeah.
really, I don't know. That was definitely a big culture shock for me.
Have you noticed that there's a difference in maturity with that? From a 20-year-old here to a 20-year-old in Australia?
That's a good question because I
Yeah.
feel like I meet equal parts mature and immature. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So
it's me still.
I would say definitely in Australia we're a bit more mature just because we grow up
Yeah.
like, I don't know, the drinking age is definitely
Yeah.
lowered and stuff like that, and you get thrown into adulthood pretty quickly, especially if you don't go to
Yeah.
university. So I feel like that's definitely a factor.
It's a massive factor.
Yeah, and even in sports too, I found that most of my friends that were my age were also very mature because we played with older people. So we're playing with people also not only older but from all over the world. Like we had
Yeah.
Americans come play with us. Even in like soccer teams and stuff like that, they have like imports and stuff. So
Always.
yeah, so I just feel like you definitely get thrown into adulthood pretty quickly.
Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I the first time I realized I came here in 2006. I was I had a work visa. I was driving trucks over the road, and I was in Arkansas,
Oh, wow.
Little Rock,
That's random.
Arkansas. I know, it's so random. It's so random. It's quite the story. But I'm walking down in one of their malls there, and I'm walking, and I saw this guy approaching with it was his mother and a little girl, and he had a beard. Like, I mean, he had facial hair. I remember, and he was a big dude too. Like, he wasn't, but he looked like a kid. You know what I mean? Like, and he was so upset with his mother, and he was calling us some crazy names, and he was yelling and, "Oh, mum, you stupid, da 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 da." And I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 wait, is that your mother?" And he just looked like, "Yeah," and he's a big dude, bigger than me. And I was like, "Did you just say those words to your mother?" And he, "Yeah, what, sir?" I was like, "How old are you?" And he tells me 21, you know, or 20 or 21. I said, "Show her respect, man."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
Australia, if anyone was caught at the age of 20, at the age of 18, at the age of 16 almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
18 years old, you would get whooped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone would whoop you.
I feel like you're almost like, when you get to that age too, you're almost friends with your parents. You know?
Yeah, we're
Like,
totally friends.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're just hanging out. Like, you know, why would you get, there's no reason to
There's-
get that mad
No,
at your mom.
no, but
Yeah.
you could tell it was very
Yeah.
much of a bubble situation, and I was
Yeah.
sticking my nose where it wasn't belonged. You know what I mean? But that was
Yeah.
me when I first come to it. There were the culture shocks,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, he was so babied,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
and just showed no respect. Yeah, but
Yeah.
in Australia, it's. I remember when I was 18, I think one of the first times I went to a bar, I was just mouthing off and being a mouth.
Yeah.
I got smacked in the head
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. They don't like that
They
here.
do not like that.
I feel like the banter's a bit different too. Like, you can't just go insult somebody and they think it's funny. Like, you have to kind of test the waters a little bit before you do that.
Over here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, in Australia, we're pretty
Yeah,
thick-skinned.
yeah.
You'll say some crazy stuff and people
Yeah.
will just roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here, you got to watch it because people got guns.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that's
it's going to be
true.
cool.
Yeah, that is very true.
Saying all that, though, I love America.
I love it too.
I've traveled all over this. I can't believe, I've traveled in Australia too, and I've seen a lot of the outback. There's nothing there. It's just nothing.
No.
Straight roads,
Yep.
straight roads, straight roads.
It's almost
days.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, but over here, it's just so luscious and green. Traveling with the basketball team, I'm sure you saw. Or where did you guys travel to?
So we go to like, the furthest I've been is to Notre Dame, which, what state's that in again?
Is that Pennsylvania, something like that, over there? No?
I don't know.
Yep.
We
good.
need an American with us right
We're
now.
making good
Yeah.
radio. I think it's on, well, it's on the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind
Yeah.
of the furthest I've been, but we stay on the West Coast because obviously we're in the WAC, like Western Athletic Conference. So
Uh-huh.
we go to California, SoCal area, everywhere in Texas, random places in Texas. And where's the main part that we go to? And we played teams in Utah too, so that's about it really, I think. California, Texas, Utah.
California, Texas, Utah. Whereabouts did you go all over in Texas?
So Arlington, I'm not sure I think that's pretty close to Dallas, Arlington. And
Yep,
then
I used to live there actually.
You did?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Place called Garland. It's not pretty. But isn't Dallas crazy with all those overturns? Like
Yeah.
they're almost like 150 feet in the air, and there's a truck driving above you.
Yeah. I actually
The
went
big
there
spaghetti
like
bowls.
just to visit Dallas, and
Yeah.
it was so cool. It was like
Yeah.
one of the coolest places I've been.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I met the Dallas Cowboys actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at a bar there. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Years and years and years
So
ago.
random.
I was out there. My my nickname used to be Rooster, right? I'd get
Yeah.
out there and dance with all the women and stuff, and have a good time. And I'm just having a good time, making everyone laugh. And these big dudes just like, who's this little guy? You know? It's
That's
like, "G'day,
actually
mate."
really
He's like,
cool.
"Oh, you're from Australia." Yeah, you know. And yeah.
They actually, NFL teams have been trying to recruit rugby players and stuff like that a lot.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah, they're
AFL for
tough.
kickers
Yeah.
too. Yeah, they're actually really good. So.
Yeah, you put all those pads on us, we hit real hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've had some buddies that play over there, really good players actually, you know, and they talk about whenever they've had an opportunity to be able to put on like play gridiron as we call it in
Yeah.
Australia,
Yeah.
American football over here, which you play on the gridiron. They said it's just like supercharging the crap out of them.
Yeah, yeah.
No, we're just gonna.
I mean, rugby, you don't have
pulverize-
helmets or
yeah,
anything.
we don't have
You just
anything.
have little
Yep.
tiny shorts and little
Yeah.
tiny shirt. And
We did wear. I never wore any padding. Well, you could have shoulder pads, but it was literally
yeah.
just like a pleather
thing.
with a bit of foam in it. You know what I mean? And headgear. Some of the forwards would wear that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. You know, but yeah, I played rugby league and I played wing for a little bit when I was a kid. I was no good, but I mean, it was fun.
yeah, it's definitely
Just
fun
run as
sport.
fast as you can.
Rugby's getting bigger here. I'm pretty sure.
Rugby
yeah.
union?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rugby over here, everyone loves rugby. I talk
Yeah.
rugby league and they think I'm saying rugby and I just let them roll with it. But
Yeah.
it's like, no, yeah, rugby union over here is big. And there's a lot of Samoans everywhere playing
Yeah,
it too. They get all the Samoans and bring them all
Yeah.
over. Fill their teams up full of them.
Absolutely.
There is a league of rugby league on the East Coast. I think New York Jets has a team or something over there. There's a New York something.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that actually.
Yeah, I've watched it a little bit here and there, but it's just not big. But But did you we had Australian football kickoff rugby league in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, they tried it for the first time ever, but it was so confusing because everyone as it kicked off, they had the 2 or 3 games, whatever it was, and they come over to play it, but there's no commentating, so no one knew what was going on. And everyone around me is like, "What just happened?" And I'm explaining what's going on. I'm like, "Yeah, why is it not like that?" And I even complained on social media. My aunt's like, "Rob, we've never had live broadcast commentating. What are you, silly or what?" You know?
You should have done it. You should have just taken up for
Oh,
yourself.
I would have. You know what I mean? It's like I should have.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go that way.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're brainstorming.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you're enjoying the time here. That's really cool.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I love America. I love SU.
People are so cool, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Utah, like, everyone's, like, back home, like, oh, you're going to Utah? Like, that's so random, like, all that stuff. I'm like, I actually really like the people here. And, like, there's so many, even Salt Lake up north and, like, St. George, like, there's so many different people everywhere still. So, yeah.
It's very diverse.
Yeah, especially Salt Lake. Salt Lake's really diverse, which
Yeah.
is surprising, but that's the way it is.
And at the moment too, we're getting an influx. When I first come here, this was like St. George was nothing. It was a tiny, so as small as this town,
Wow.
right? And then this town was a nothing. You know, it was really really small. Salt Lake City was even small, way smaller. But now there's all the influx of Californians moving up north. You know what I mean? Like they're coming up the Interstate 15, I-15. and that goes straight through Vegas all the way up into here. So where they sell their places down there, if they don't choose to go to Vegas, which Vegas is really hot and it's kind of a hard town to live in. But if you just go another 2.5 hours north of Vegas, or northeast, I suppose, that's where you come to St. George, and then the next town is us, which is Cedar City. So we're about 2.5, 3 hours away. Up here, it's if they have the money, they go to Salt Lake City. If they have more money, they go to St. George because it's a nice hot weather and it's kind of got all the seasons without all the snow. But if they can't afford any of that, they land in this place, Cedar City.
And here we are.
And here we are. And Cedar City, man, they drive around. Have you seen the stickers on the cars? Go back to California. You know, we don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
there's
that.
a few of them around.
I need to keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Well, I suppose you're always busy with the team and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we've chatted up a lot. Hey,
Wow,
if you ever
it's
want
been
to,
almost an hour.
if you want to come on, come back and as the
Absolutely.
season's going, when you guys come back from trips and stuff, and give us updates,
Yeah,
that would be
absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, I would do that for sure.
If you want to do that,
I'm
that'd
happy
be
to do that.
we'll carve out some time for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, though.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. But one question though,
Yeah.
do you want to say anything to anyone?
Hi, mom, hi, dad.
Hey, hi mum, hi dad. Yeah, that makes sense.
And my brother Zachy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, you've made a great person right here, and very much making your family proud, I'm sure. What makes the difference?
That's a great question. I would say knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses and using both of them to kind of plow you forward a little bit. And also, I'm very big on, like, relationships as well. Like, I feel like the difference is how you can talk to people, how you can create kind of bridges. And I feel like that's definitely been a big step on how I even got to America. So yeah, I mean, the reason I came here is because I played with people. Tracy used to coach at St. Mary's, and I played with people who played on St. Mary's, and I guess, you know, I made friends with people in St. Mary's, and they were rooting for me and stuff like that, and they kind of told Tracy, you know, we have a player, and you should look at her, check out her highlights, and that's kind of how it happened. So I definitely think the difference is how you can relate to people, how you can communicate with people, you know, even just caring about people too. That's definitely what I would say.
I'm sure if you take that into coaching, you're going to go everywhere.
Absolutely.
Just copy Tracy, man. She's doing so good.
I know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you for
I'm
having
going
me.
to play Morgan Whalen right now, and then we're still on the YouTube.
There we go.
So yeah, hey, thanks. That was
awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
There's So you're still there? We're still going on the YouTube side of things. So mum and dad, thank you so much. She's amazing. Did you like this? Was this
I
fun?
really enjoyed it. I like to talk a lot, so
Yeah.
it's perfect.
As-
Just
yeah.
give me a mic.
You were
Give me
very
someone
easy.
good to talk to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah.